Pete today. Put the sun visor down, shift my glasses back a little bit. Oop. Getting ready to go. Oh, let's put this on here. So I've noticed something. When I turn the bike on, one or the other turn signal will be on. I don't know why that is. At first I thought I was just forgetting to turn it off. That's not the case. I've been like double checking myself and I've been turning it off. So for some reason one of the turn signals will be on and it's never the same. So I don't know what's going on electrically that's happening, but it's a thing. Pete's ready, way before me. Oh yeah. Here we go. Breakfast at Lorraine's, bacon and eggs, over easy, on the hash browns if you can get the cook to do it. An English muffin and a side of gravy, country gravy. You get it, you cut the eggs up on top of the hash browns, you put the gravy on top of that. It's just delicious. And bacon, I love bacon. Oh, I love bacon. So good. I didn't eat the whole thing though. I left about half the hash browns. Want to feel a little bit lighter today. So riding out to the range with Pete today. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, they have got downtown tore up bad. Riding to the range with Pete today. Flashy little picture here. We just go to this Chevron, screw it. We're gonna ride right by another one, but I didn't intend for this to happen. Anyway, we may as well. Yeah. Yeah. A guy bought the BMW, so that's sold. I brought it home. There it is sitting in the driveway. That is sold. Monday, I'm meeting him after work. I'm going to ride it to work Monday. I'm going to meet him after work on Monday at the bank and sign that over to the bank. He's going to give me a check, or they are, and he's going to go home with his new motorcycle and dreams of world adventure in the sub-Saharan African continent, blah, blah, whatever. All the same thing I did. It's his turn. I think he'll really enjoy that bike. I think he'll really enjoy that bike. It is a fantastic motorcycle. I am going to miss it to no end. I have loved that thing. But I'll be honest with you. I rode it home last night, and it was, after riding this as much as I've been riding it, and we'll get into how much I've been riding it here in a second. As much as I've been riding this, that bike was so foreign to me, and I've rode that thing for years. But the last couple of years, I didn't really ride it that much. I only put a few miles on it, so let's put that there. I don't know why I put my key up. Retarded. So yeah, today's ride is kind of a twofold thing. today's ride is a bit of a twofold enterprise. First thing is we're going on a ride with Pete, which is way cool. This is Pete's 701. He has been just modifying the heck out of this thing. It is such a cool bike. Anyway, if I was Pete's age, I'd probably still want to do the BMW or something like that. But he's kind of doing the same thing with it. That, you know what, we got to put this back because I got to do the mileage. You're going to want to see the mileage, or maybe you don't want to see it and I'm just nuts. But now, I will tell you this. You missed a fill up. We went on the ride. Oh, man. We went on the Thursday morning ride on the 4th of July. I didn't go all the way out because one of the guys had a problem, and I followed him back into town about 6-8 miles out. I don't know how far we were, and I just haven't edited the video, and to be honest, I'm not really feeling motivated to do it because it didn't turn out to be a ride. But there is a fill up on that. I did do the thing. I think it got just, in the low 50s, if I remember right. If I still have the picture, I'll roll that in over me talking right now about that fill up. Anyway, we don't need to do a whole thing on that, so here we go. This is on the center stand. Mileage on this tank 82.9. This is miles on the service 414.2. Woohoo! And we are approaching 800 miles. 722.9. We're approaching that. So I'm gonna fill up real quick, and we'll get some readings here. Whoop. And I'll come back to you with that. I want to be able to shake it and have it just right at the bottom of the flange. That's what I want. Once it does that, it's pretty much where I'm filling it every time, which means it's filled all the way through the tank. You have a little flange sitting on there as a cap. Oh my goodness. I tell you something. Whew, 1.7 gallons. Get in there. God. Oh my God. What a pain in the butt. Anyway, here we go. Ooh, I love that. The key resets. Got gas on my paint. Yeah. All right, guys. So, all right, guys. So we're at 1.719 gallons. That was $8 worth of fuel. At 82.9. Let's see. 82.9 divided by 1.71. That's not very good. 1.719. That's gonna be like 50-ish. Oh, it's right there. Equals. So there you go. 48.2257. Blah 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 blah. That's not very good. I will be honest with you. I have been, because I can cut it loose a little bit more. I have been driving a little more obnoxiously. Let's reset trip A. Because I can go faster. I have been going a little faster. Probably need to calm that down a bit. So yeah, 48 miles to the gallon. I did put a little extra gas in there, so I don't know. Probably right around 50. It seems like this bike is doing right around 50. And I'm happy with that. That whole 70, I never even believed that for a second, because you lose, with an extra cylinder, you lose a lot of efficiency. And that's part of the thing, you know, with that single cylinder 500, yeah, I believe that gets 70 miles to the gallon. I totally believe that. I would think 60 would be a little more realistic, 60, 65, but I believe it gets 70. This thing, I never thought for a second it'd get 70, even though they say, oh, it gets 70 miles a gallon. No, come on. Come on. No, it doesn't. But 50 is great, because I'm used to getting like 35 on the Harley and 40 on the BMW. So 50 on this is fantastic. It's got this small gas tank, so, you know, that's going to limit your range. I will test the actual range when I get a backup fuel canister, where I can pour like a liter of fuel into the tank and fire it back up and keep going. Then I will find out what my actual range is going to be, at least once. But anyway, like I say, today is kind of a twofold mission. One is just to ride with Pete, which is too cool. Our local military supply. Love that place. I hate that place too. It's like Costco. You can't go in there and walk out without, you know, spending $200 or $300. There's our favorite Royal Enfield dealer. Anyway, yeah, today's twofold. One is most important, just to ride with Pete. Two is to go shoot. It's going to be like 108 today. So hopefully we're not out past like noon-ish. Anyway, the second part and the shooting part is kind of cool. I got a new gun. Gonna test the new gun. In 94, I think it was 94, I saw my very first, maybe it was 93, I don't remember, 1994, I saw my very first Glock at American Indoor, and we just rode by where American Indoor used to be. They've knocked all those buildings down now. But my fiance at the time, her sister was dating the guy that ran the range. His name was Ryan. And we went in there occasionally. I couldn't afford to do anything in there at the time. I was poor. Oh my goodness, I was poor. And I had an aversion to working back then. So if I'd have got a real job and worked, I would have probably had a lot better life. Anyway, all that crap aside, lovely Oildale, California. God, I love this place. I'm kidding. I hate going through here. Anyway, yeah, we went in there and I walked in and there was a Glock sitting there. And I'm pretty sure it was a Glock 19. Pretty sure it was a Glock 19. At least that's the way I want to remember it, so why not? Let's remember it that way. Yeah, I picked up my first Glock. It was a Glock 19, and I've always kind of, it was, at the time, it was so futuristic, and I don't mean Star Trek futuristic. I mean like 1984, Omega Man, Soylent Green futuristic, you know, and I know in Soylent Green he had a revolver, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. It was just so futuristic, and I was like, ooh, it wasn't sexy because they're ugly. It was like, ooh, I don't know, there was like an ominous kind of a big blocky gun. Look at this dorky thing, and I was a 1911 guy even then. Revolvers and 1911s. I like 1911s. I always have. Grandpa told me when I was really young, and one time I saw one on a magazine. I said, I'm going to have one of those someday. It was funny. He gave me my first one, that Kimber. But, sitting there looking at that Glock. I've always kind of wanted one. And every time I pick up a Glock 19, I'm like, ooh, this is like the perfect size. I have never, in all my dealings and tradings and comings and goings, I have never had a Glock 19. I've always got the 17 because I've always come across these smooth deals where they, you know, I got it for a great trade or a great price, and it just made sense to do the 17 at the time. And I've shot the 17s. My very first Glock was the 26, and Vince was the one that sold me on that idea, and I was pretty much there. And then when I went back, and James was working at Valley Gun, and James like, oh, they're easy to fix too. I was like, what do you mean? And he popped that 26 apart down to its bare components. The only thing left in the gun was the magazine release, and he did it all with a ballpoint pen. And I was like, what the heck? I was like, do it again. He put it all back together, and he did it again. And I was like, can I do it? And he's like, yeah. And I did it. I said, all right, I'll take it. We went down and shot the IDPA match, and then Vince let me shoot his 26, and then I drove straight home. I went straight to the gun store and did that, and I bought that 26. So I've had that 26 for a really long time. That was my first Glock. The next one I got was a 17, but I've always wanted a 19, and Vince convinced me, don't get the 19. I've got a 19. They're all right, but the 26 is where it's at. Oh, okay. And don't get me wrong, you know, any of the people that have been out to the range with me when I'm doing it, I was really good with that 26 for a long time. You guys want to comment in the doobly-doo and vindicate me? We'll see how I do today, too. Maybe I don't deserve any vindication on that, but yeah, I was smoking hot with that 26. I mean, you're talking about picking up a subcompact pistol and popping a 100-round gong pretty regular, you know. I was pretty good with it. Never as good as I was with the Beretta. Obviously, that's a full-size pistol, but anyway, I've always had 17s. I've had that 26 forever. And I finally came across a good trade. I finally got a Glock 19. And today, I'm going to shoot my Glock 19. It's going to be fun. It's going to be too cool. I'm looking forward to it. Every time I've shot Glock 19s, by the way. Every time I've picked up a Glock 19, every time I picked up a Glock 19, I've done really well with it. And I've always thought, well, if I got used to it. Now, what trade did you make, John? Well, remember the sexy Italian girl in the dark dress and the dark ninja costume? God, that was so dorky. Oh, man, that was so dorky. Anyway, the Beretta 92 not Inox, that's the stainless. That 92 Vertec. The 92 Vertec, I traded that, and I'll tell you why. I thought that that flatter grip back there, every time I've picked one of those up, woo, that was there's some dirt there, and my front end started to come out. Wow, that scared the crap out of me. Thanks to all those years riding the BMW, I knew what to do. Before, I would have went down right now. And I'm not kidding about that. The front end started to, I don't know that you can see that. We'll have to look in the playback, but I would have dumped it right there before learning how to ride on that dirt with that BMW. But anyway, the 92 Vertec, I always picked those up in the M9A3, and I always thought that flat back strap would just be it. Ouch. I thought that flat back strap would just be it, you know. That would be like the 92 FS Plus better, you know. And every time I shot that gun, I had to sit there and really concentrate on my grip. I had to really really concentrate on my grip, and I wasn't hitting like I wanted with it. Fantastic gun, but it didn't fit me like the 92 FS did, and that really drove home. I was out, I think Pete was there, and Gabe and Ben were there, and I picked up Gabe's 92, no, I picked up Ben's 92 FS, and one of them, see, I gotta watch this sand here. Oh, cool. I'm like, where's Pete? Anyway, yeah, I picked up, I think it was Ben's 92. I forgot to grab a water bottle. Oh, well. I picked up Ben's 92, and I just went through the 10-round magazine, and I hit everything. I think I missed one or two. I don't know. Anyway, it was that second nature. It was that second nature, just pick it up and shoot it. I didn't have to think about it. You know, I didn't have to sit there and concentrate the grip on the gun. It was natural, and that's a big deal. That is a big deal in a gun you are using for defensive purposes, because you need to think about what's going on, not firearms manipulation. You need to train yourself to a point where that stuff happens naturally. Just like driving a car, you don't need to think about how you're gripping the steering wheel, how you're shifting the gears if you're driving a manual. You don't need to think about, you know, the stock for the turn signals. You don't need to think about those things. You need to think about what the traffic is doing around you, and if you're going at any kind of speed, what they're doing way down the road, you know, cross traffic, all that shit. You need to be thinking about that stuff, not what you're doing with the car. I tell you right now, if you've been driving for more than 5 years, you think about this, you get in the car and you drive it, you hardly ever think about manipulating the pedals or how you put your foot on the pedal. Try to remember right now how your foot goes on your gas pedal. Yeah, me neither. I know there's a spot in front of it on the floorboard that my heel rests on, and every vehicle I've got, every vehicle I drive, that spot is worn to a nub. I'm pretty sure I rest my heel there and operate the pedals with, you know, from that leverage point. Oh yeah, I'm already in 6th. I knew that. I'm pretty sure, but I don't pay attention, and neither do you. And firearms manipulation should be the same way. You should come out and practice often enough that manipulating a firearm is that kind of second nature. That's my take on it. Your mileage might vary. You can do whatever you want to do. Tell me I'm wrong in the comments here if you want, but that's kind of the thing. You should manipulate the firearm at home enough and dry fire practice and come to the range often enough that you're not thinking about mitigating recoil. You're not thinking about how do I touch the trigger. Man, we're already at 9 miles. Oh, well, that's from the downtown Chevron too, so yeah, never mind. Anyway, yeah, you shouldn't be thinking about that stuff. The gun should not be of concern to you except for that it's here and it's working. The gun, you want to do everything you can to minimize... Oh, God. Oh, my throat hurts now. You want to do everything in your system to minimize your thought process on the firearm itself. The gun should just be an extension of your hand, you know? You need to be thinking about what's that bad guy doing? How is he moving? Is he coming at me? Is he walking away? Am I doing things in a correct and legal manner? You know, Brento said yesterday when I picked the BMW up, he said, you know, when it comes to that stuff, I don't carry a gun. I've gone so long, I think he said 30, 40 years without carrying a gun. I don't want to carry a gun. If you're out and about and you pull that thing and you use it, and he's right about this. He's absolutely right about this. It's going to cost you a couple $100,000, even if you're right. Even if you are 100% right, you know, the family of the person is going to sue you. The state is going to try to say you did something wrong. You're going to have to defend your action in a court of law. It's going to cost you a couple $100,000 to do that. I've seen too many stories where guys, you know, they had to mortgage their house and sell their entire firearms collection. Or one guy traded his firearms collection to the lawyer who was into guns in exchange for getting him out of that. And everything he did was righteous. He didn't do anything wrong. It should have never come up. It should have never come up, but he had to defend that action. And that's just the truth of it. And he's absolutely right. You know, if somebody attacks you and you pull that gun and you use it, your life is going to be ruined for a good long while. If not from now on. That's the truth of it. Which is why I kind of don't carry out and about. I just don't do it. I have guns for defense of the home, and hopefully I never need them. Brent was saying that. I do when I travel. When I travel, I do carry a firearm, but I carry it locked up, and it's I'll go over that in another video, why I do that. Maybe I've already gone over it, I don't remember. My memory's crap these days. I'll tell you what I will do. If I have gone over it, I'll go over it again in a future video. We can turn that over to the Department of Redundancy, and they can redundantly check and see if I've done a redundancy again. That'll be the thing to do on that. Oh yeah, baby. Woohoo! Oh man. So anyway, I have shot Glock 19s before. I get along with them pretty well. I like the gun. I just got this one. I'm gonna see how I do with it today. I'm sure it'll be fine because I've shot them before. It's not anything new, and it'll be a matter of and it's a Glock. Manual arms on a Glock is the manual arms on a Glock. It hasn't ever changed, and I don't think it ever will. And ooh, glad that's not a cop. This is the first time I've gone out to the range and I can do it at speed because I can do it at speed because I can run the RPMs up. And I'm just sitting at 4,006 right now. That, and I'm used to the bike a little bit better. I don't feel uncomfortable going a little bit faster. But I do need to kind of hold back for Pete. He's got new tires on his bike. Because of how much on-road riding he's doing, he went with the same tires that I have on the BMW, except he got the actual Pirellis that the Shenkos I ride are a copy of. Shenko doesn't make the tires for his bike yet. I'm sure they will, though. Well, I don't know. How many people are going to buy a bike like that and put that kind of tire on it? I think pretty much Pete. Which dude, I think that's smart as heck because he'll be just as capable with that tire as I ever was with the BMW, but the bike he's got is way more capable off-road. And the things he's planning on doing with the fuel storage, he's going to have just all kinds of range with that thing. He's going to be fun. That's going to be more of an adventure bike than the BMW ever was. Heck, it pretty much is right now already more of an adventure bike than the BMW is, but you know, I didn't do that much off-roading with it. So yeah, the guy bought the BMW. That's just so cool. Monday I deliver that to him and I get a check and I get the Harley fixed, and I'm gonna get the Harley fixed and then spit shine and polish the heck out of it. And I'm gonna sell the Harley. And that's going to be kind of a hard thing to do because that's Grandpa's bike. But this is going to be the only bike I have. I'm going to work on getting the paperwork for that Honda out back too, and then get rid of it. I think Rob wants it. I'll just give it to him. That'll be a project for Rob, and then he'll have a bike kind of like this. Rob still enjoys doing the mechanical stuff. I used to like doing that. I used to like tinkering with the bikes. I don't want to do it anymore. I've done so much mechanical crap in my lifetime. I don't want to fix anything ever again. I want to just, oh God, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of working on shit. I'm sick of fixing things. I put this mount on the side of the bike on this. I didn't even want to do that. That was like, I just didn't even want to do it. It's not, and it's nothing. It's 2 screws. Or it's a U-bolt and a couple of nuts. It's a homeless guy. That's a tweaker homeless guy out walking 16 miles from downtown. Woo! Almost lost that. Man, that's twice. That's twice. That's twice in one bike ride. Front end is damn near slipped out. That's where you lose traction. The front end just does that. Woo! Oh my goodness. Anyway, this is getting really long-winded. I need to turn the recording off too because this camera doesn't auto shut off either. Oh crap. I've only got the 2 batteries and one of them's half gone. Well, it doesn't take a whole half a battery to get out here. So yeah, twofold trip today. 1, too cool riding with Pete. And 2, shooting the new Glock. Can't wait. This is going to be so cool. I hope I do well with it. Got to remember, loose elbows, sit up straight. This bike isn't really designed for this kind of stuff, so yeah, you got to remember not to tense up. I tell you what, it does this a hell of a lot better than I thought it would. But yeah, Pete says, you want to ride the BMW out? You do one last adventure? I'm like, no, I don't. I don't. I didn't enjoy riding it home. It was like, I don't know. I've been having so much fun with this, and I've been having so much fun with this, and it's just a whole different thing. Oop. It's just a whole different thing, and I didn't enjoy riding the BMW home. And I already said goodbye to that bike, you know? So it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird to ride the thing again, and I don't know. But the guy couldn't go get it, so it helped him out for me to go take it home. And this guy's parked in my spot. I hate it when people do that. I will say this thing is not massively comfortable. Oh, my butt hurts and my hands like numb. I gotta get that throttle lock. Huh? What'd you say? Talking to the YouTubes. So anyway, we're here at 5 Dogs. I will see you out on the range, guys.
That's such a good movie.
What's that?
Talladega Nights.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, well, Dad, you said if you're not first, you're last. Hell, son. I was high as balls when I went in there and said that. You could be second, third, hell, you can even be fourth or fifth.
Grass is hitting me right here. Point right back. Good.
God!
Damn, that thing's loud.
Got it! I'm done. I hit the 100-yard gong. I'm good.
Did you?
Yeah.
I still haven't.
But you gotta hit it, John.
Somebody put my sights on crooked.
Well, I mean, it's not that big of a difference.
There you go.
There we go. All right, John, it's your turn.
Got
I
it.
hit it. I hit it right before you did. You hear it?
I got it 3.
Ah. Ah, damn. They need to come in 60-round boxes.
Mm-hmm. Seriously? The last 3 I straight up missed? Yeah. Situation that was all.
There we go. That's twice.
Right over here, Pete.
Huh?
Over here.
Yeah, that's where I found the 44 mag.
Slow and controlled.
Well, not too much. I don't think I can. I don't want to. You can take that stuff. Oh yeah, we can put that in there.
I'll take these things in mind.
It's pretty much the 357 that I have is the stuff that I've shot.
Right.
Gotta hit it once today.
Oh, those 357 rounds you use the stuff with splitting the case. Do you want those for components?
The ones that were splitting the case.
The ones I was shooting when the Ruger went down.
Is that the one that I just looked at this last week?
Got it.
Going back to the factory?
No, mine's already back from the factory.
Okay.
There we go.
Whoa. Gosh. Love revolvers. Never thought I'd say that. Never thought I'd say that.
Really?
Yep.
What?
That I love revolvers.
That's it.
I've been firing 5.7 by 28 over here. Damn, I'll take that. Let's get a whole box of 44.
Nice.
Well, I didn't do awesome, but I did all right. I'm happy. Let me slow down, get my trigger control down.